Thank you very much for staying with us once again and joining us on this channel. Sports 7GH. Fantastic. Thank you. Yeah, so that be say we'll join here. All right, thank you. Now let's move on and talk to you about several issues coming up. Thomas Partey's contract extension with Arsenal. The very latest news from the camp of Arsenal is here, and we are bringing it to you in this video on this channel. Sports 7GH. Jordan Ayew invites or welcomes Mohamed Salah to the club 300. We are bringing you the details, and then we'll look at the Ghana squad for Ivory Coast versus Ghana. What is the squad we are talking about? And then we'll look at fantastic news for Black Stars player in this video on this channel, Sports 7GH. Please do also subscribe to the channel, like the video, hit the notification bell, and then select all. Leave your thoughts, comments, views, opinions below in the comment section if you have any. It's always a great pleasure to have you join us. Thank you very much for staying with us. Jeffrey Schlupp is a Black Stars Ghanaian player who is currently playing for Celtic. Now, he has won 2 trophies in 1 season, even though he's just playing for 1 club, which is Celtic as of now. Now, this is the story. Celtic have won the league, so he got the league trophy. Okay, yes, because he's playing on loan from Crystal Palace at Celtic, and they won the league, so he got the league trophy. And then you remember that Crystal Palace over the weekend won the English FA Cup over Manchester City when they beat Man City 1-0 at the Wembley. Okay, good. Now, before he went on loan to Celtic, he had played about 40 minutes for Crystal Palace in the English FA Cup. So when they won the English FA Cup, he's also gotten his medal. So Jeffrey Schlupp is a winner of the English FA Cup. He won it some. So he won the Scottish League with Celtic, and then he has also won the English FA Cup with Crystal Palace, and he has posted the 2 of them on his Instagram story, and that is a very, very interesting story in football. That's how football can be. Is that not it? Jeffrey Schlupp eating very good in terms of all of these things. Don't forget that Jeffrey Schlupp won the English Premier League with Leicester City. Yes, the Leicester City team that won the English Premier League. He was part of it. So he's been winning some trophies in his career, and I think he will be very proud of himself for the career he's had so far. Now, over the weekend, Mohamed Salah joined the club 300 in the English Premier League. That is the players or African players who have played 300 games in the English Premier League. Mohamed Salah is now right behind Jordan Ayew in that particular order. All right. So we have Kolo Habib Toure, Manchester City, former Man City player, having 353 appearances. Winfred Zaha, Ivory Coast, also having Ivorian, having 305 appearances. Jordan Ayew with 304. So in the next 2 appearances, in fact, the last game of the English Premier League, if Jordan appears or plays for Leicester City, it means he's going to equal the record of Winfred Zaha. And next season, if he's able to get a club in the English Premier League, then he will keep on breaking the record of Winfred Zaha and become the second highest African player with the most appearances. But Mohamed Salah has joined this particular group with 300 appearances for Liverpool, and the fact that he has signed a contract extension for Liverpool and is going to be playing for them next season, if there are no injuries or anything, then it means that Mohamed Salah is very likely to be breaking the record of Kolo Habib Toure over there. Is that not it? Yes. So yeah, Jordan Ayew welcoming Mohamed Salah to the club 300. Now let's move on and talk to you about Ghana versus Ivory Coast, which will be coming on the 30th of May and then the 2nd of June. 2 international friendly games. Black Queens will be playing 2 international friendly games versus the same team. First one 30th May and the second one 2nd of June. All right. Now the Black Queens have released their squad for these 2 international friendly games. We've always reminded you that the Black Queens of Ghana will be playing the African Women's African Cup of Nations, the women's one, all right, Women's African Cup of Nations, and all of these games they are playing are in preparation towards the game, the tournament, and that is how things are. So we have Priscilla Dobia, fantastic player, Portia Boache, and the likes, Doris Bwadua, Grace Asantua, Nancy Ano, Cynthia K. Fendeb, Elfie Ameyeku, one of the goalkeepers, Josephine Bonso, and the likes, all of them, Evelyn Bedu. All of these players have been called up for the Black Queens friendly games. They will be playing versus Ivory Coast, two-legged friendly games. Is that not it? Two-legged. Now, Jordan Andre Ayew is currently or will be a free agent again. He's said to be a free agent because he signed contract extension he signed a contract for Le Havre for just a year, all right, until the end of the season. So when the season ends, he is a free agent and he will be looking for a new club, or whether he will stay with Le Havre. Don't forget that 2 seasons ago, that was how the thing was. He signed until the end of the season for Le Havre, and then at the end of the season started, and then he signed for them again until the end of the season, which is this particular season. So maybe he can sign for them again until the end of the season, or he will be looking to another club. So that's the big news on Andre Ayew, who is said to be a free agent again. Now, Ghana versus Nigeria will be coming on. We've talked to you about it. A new update or fresh update is coming right now as we are speaking to you. And it is likely that Tariq Lamptey will not feature for Ghana Black Stars in the friendly games we will be playing versus Nigeria. And in fact, in the whole tournament. You know it as the Unity Cup tournament, which will be played in London. And the big news is that Tariq Lamptey has picked up a fresh injury and very much likely not to be part of the Blast Stars team that will be playing versus Nigeria. And if you qualify to the finals or the third place to be playing versus the other teams, or you will not be part of the Unity Cup in general. And that is the big one. I don't know. But we've already given you the big news or the news on the Blaster squad. That don't expect a lot of the big names, okay? Don't expect a lot of the big names because of the time the season will be over and the time this particular friendly games will be coming. So a lot of the big players like Tariq Lamptey will not be around. But I don't know why is injury and all of that. Injury, no, Charlie. Tariq Lamptey, I know what every time injury, some way. But obey the fast. Tariq, maybe I be fine. Okay, don't worry at all. Ghana Blacks, in fact, ahead of the game also, ahead of the Nigerian friendly game also. Black Stars coach Otuado, Charlie, this one on Kwande, coach Otuado, he does very well. The fact that he's always able to visit his players, the players who are injured and all of that. I remember I listened to Michael Essie's interview. He was like, Charlie, he got ACL injury at the Black Stars camp and they didn't really care about him. They didn't really monitor him and all of that. So this time that Otuado is monitoring injured Black Stars and Ghanaian players, I think it's very, very good. And he needs commendation on that, okay? Boga. National team coach crowd here say the normal way. Go coach 3 months near the Tiboga. Why it's banyas normal way there just and now what are you talking about? So but it is good. Some people wouldn't have done it. So if he's done it, we have to commend him. So you want to visit ADDO MUMIN, Black Stars player who got it looks like an injury, ACL injury when you're injured. I just say I know he will not be available for the Nigerian game. That one there everybody knows. But the coach went to visit him. And that is a very, very good one for all of us to talk about and commend the Black Stars coach for such a very good gesture. Now, Black Stars midfielder has been named as part of the team of the week in the Italian Serie A penultimate week, the last but 1 week. Okay, good. He was named the man of the match in the game involving Atalanta and Genoa when he scored a goal for Atalanta. I'm talking about Ibrahim Sulemana, and today he has been named in the team of the week. So we have Suzuki of Parma in post, Dumfries of Inter, Mancini of Roma, and then Mina. Also the third back, they make the third back, and we have Parades of Roma, Sulemana of Atalanta, making the two defensive midfielders. And then we have Kagerets, and then Orsolini of Bologna, Pinamonti, and Retegui of Atalanta also, and Pedro Rodriguez of Lazio. He came to score 2 goals, denying Inter Milan the win versus Atalanta. So yes, Ibrahim Sulemana being named as part of the team of the week of the Italian Serie A is very, very good one. In the last 2 games, he's been on top form. I know and hope that he will play in the last game for Atalanta, and then he will put something in the minds of the supporters and the coach, so that next season they will consider him for a lot more playing time. Now let's quickly talk to you about fantastic Black Stars player Thomas Partey. Boga, the big news coming from the Arsenal camp concerned with Thomas Partey is that Arsenal are looking to extend the contract of Thomas Partey, and the agent of Thomas Partey was present in the last game Arsenal played at the Emirates when Arsenal met Newcastle United and beat them 1-0. Now, this is according to Boga. I think the other news now one of the credits massa so the credit goes to Charles Watts. He's an Arsenal journalist with caught offside any idea, and he's giving a vivid account of the Thomas Partey situation. He says that contract talks with Thomas Partey intensifying this week. Partey's agent was a guest at the game on Sunday, with both sides now pursuing for a swift resolution, one way or the other, so that they have clarity ahead of the summer window. No agreement reached yet, but both sides would prefer that he stays in London. Where they are from the sides of Ghanaian perspective, Thomas Partey wants to stay in London. He wants to play for Arsenal for some more time, maybe 1 year or 2. So it is clear that Arsenal also wants him to stay, and right now they are intensifying contract extension talks. I've also said it even before this one. I've also made it known to you that Thomas Partey wants to know his future before he goes for the summer holidays. And just all the holidays after the ever friend, now you have to go and sign for this club, or you have to come and sign for Arsenal. If he's continuing at Arsenal, he wants to know that before the summer holidays. If he will not continue, he wants to know. So that one too, we've already told you. It looks like that's what he's saying. But then the fresh news is that Arsenal are intensifying contract extension talks. They want to extend the contract of Thomas Partey, and they are intensifying those talks. And that is a very good news for Thomas Partey, as we are bringing you all the very latest news and update in this video on this channel, Sports 7GH. Lastly, let's talk to you about Mohamed KUDUS, Jeremy Carragher. Yeah, then I make it Jamie Carragher. You didn't know, Jeremy, didn't he? Jamie Carragher, Mohamed KUDUS needs a big club. Yeah, if you look at the quality KUDUS possesses, he needs a club closer to the top half of the table. And that is very clear. West Ham can be that club. West Ham, so last 2 seasons, Europa League. So they were 7th seats thereabout. So they could be that club, but this season, emphasis. So I don't know. But let's wait and see how things go. Of course, I agree, and I'm sure a lot of Ghanaians agree that Mohamed KUDUS needs a club on the top half of the table in the English Premier League, and relegation battle near the ADBUL. Or a big player, Champions League crown or so, Bomasa, and you could all right. Thank you very much for staying with us and joining us once again on this channel, Sports 7GH. Do also subscribe to the channel, like the video, hit the notification bell, and select. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.